Shalom, 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 Brother Randy here. Wanted to do a quick video update in reference to the chickens, how they're doing, and what I've been experiencing so far. So basically, this cage has been working, and I have another set of chickens that I'm in the process of raising right now, some cinnamon queens, but these are the Australops, and I have one Buff Harrington in there. And as you see, they are coming along very well. I mean, they are just getting fat as can be. And the primary diet, of course, is food scraps. So you see, I throw them food scraps in there. One of the things that I notice about the cucumbers is that they will eat cucumbers. So I purposely allow some cucumbers to grow as fat as possible, and then I cut them up and feed it to them. And as you see in there, they're eating on some cucumbers, they're eating on some eggshells, they're eating on some tomato peels, some orange peels. They're just happy at it. So that's how I supplement them. In addition to the Japanese beetles that I catch in the beetle traps, I'll turn around and I'll go and I'll get all of the Japanese beetles out of the beetle traps, put them in water, go all around the land, harvest them, and then dump them in here, and that's how I supplement them. Earlier they were eating cicadas, but the cicadas, I don't hear any cicadas anymore. I guess the time has come for them to all go back to where they came from. But this is the process right here, free ranging them. And the only time I have to give them any kind of feed is if I go away for a couple of days. But I can say confidently that 95% of their food is things that are totally sustainable, as well as the grass that they're eating. And as you see clearly, they are getting fat, very fat. If I had to do it all over again, I would have gone with the Buff Harringtons, because that seems to be the fattest bird that I have in there. And they are doing pretty much a great job on the food scraps, the bugs that I give them, the grass, so I don't have to go and buy any feed. And as you see, the results are excellent. These can truly be considered organic, grass-fed chickens that are growing up quite nicely. Now, like I told you before, the name of the game is going to be to continue to raise them this way. And what's going to happen is that during the fall, I'll begin to slaughter them, being that I don't have to slaughter them all at once, and keep at least a dozen of them on hand for egg production, and so that throughout the wintertime I can continue to feed them as organically as possible, feeding them food scraps and getting the necessary egg production, and then going into the spring, put those eggs in the incubator and then hatch out at least 50 to 100 of those birds, and then start the same process all over again, so that in the wintertime I don't have to worry about food for the chickens, because I only have at least a dozen, and that is just for egg production. Going into the spring, I can get up my chicken production and put in the freezer, and that should be enough to provide enough chicken for the entire year. At least 100 birds a year I look to raise. And this year I'm going to start off on a good 50 and just take it from there. But this is the process, 100% sustainable, where I can source all of the food, mostly organic. As you see, they're eating the grass just fine. I move them around the land, plenty of grass, plenty of space to feed them, and they are doing just fine off of this plan. So it just works. So hopefully, if you have a setup like this, or if you have just a little bit, just not take much area. If you have a little bit of grass and you have some little food scraps, you can produce chickens in a sustainable way where you don't have to go and purchase them every year. But I'm starting off again with 50, and I'll probably ramp it up to 100 and do at least two more of these cages, so that I can have 33 in each cage, and just sustain them like this. But this is a quick update on the actual doing, on actually getting this stuff done in a sustainable way. Shalom.